Kathy's the third.
Commissioners Court of Brazos County will meet regular session on November 21st, 2023 at 10 a.m. Commissioners Courtroom, County Administration Building, 200 South Texas Avenue, Suite 106. First item on the agenda is invocation of Pledge of Allegiance and of U.S. and Texas flag, and Commissioner Aldridge will lead.
Father, it's Thanksgiving. It's the time of the year that we pay particular time to acknowledge you for all the blessings in our lives. Ask that you make the gatherings wonderful, create wonderful memories, that the travel to and from occasions is safe, and look over those who are missing people this year that don't have them in their presence in life. But Father, they have you, and your grace is sufficient. Ask that you look after and take into special thought those who defend our freedoms, those who keep us safe, and those who help us become better people. All these things I ask in your most precious name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Commissioner. Play ball. Number 2 is call for citizen input and concerns. We got 3. Mark Holtzapfel. Come on now.
Howdy, my name is Mark Holtzapfel. I'm here as a private citizen. Since you may not know me, I'm going to give you a little bit of synopsis. I've been married for 32 years. I have 3 boys. I perform in the Brazos Valley Symphony, and I've given over 10 gallons of blood donations. I've been a professor for 38 years with over 200 publications and 26,000 citations. I'm also an entrepreneur. There's a number of companies that have started from my research. BioVeritas is located in Bryan. It's had $130 million of investment so far. and Star Rotor is in College Station, has $11 million of investment so far. And I've also won the Presidential Green Chemistry Challenge Award, the first awarded to an academic. So if you were to summarize my experiences as a professor, I have really two things that I do. One is gather data, and the other is draw conclusions from the data. That's my job. So the 2020 election had a lot of anomalies. First one is that the voting stopped in every state. That has never happened before. There were instantaneous spikes for votes for Joe Biden. Republican poll watchers were blocked by police in Philadelphia, and there was vote counting after hours, and windows were blocked so that people couldn't see the voting. So I've always voted regularly and never paid that much attention other than just voting, but suddenly I became very interested because of these anomalies. I've been for 3 years studying this, and I've concluded that America's voting system is not secure. If you look at the graph that I provided, if you ask the average American, they have the same belief. Of all Americans, 43% say very concerned about election integrity, and 19% are somewhat concerned. Now, what about the Brazos Valley voting system? We have really two steps. The first is you cast your ballot. You go in front of a machine and enter the information. It prints out a paper ballot, which seems like it's really, really great. Then you put that into a machine that tabulates and counts the votes. So everything seems really, really great. But if you study this, you'll learn that it's possible to pre-program onto electric machines. When you put the memory stick in and you say what are the voting for and so forth, you can put a program on there and make it do whatever you want. Also online, it can be hacked. Now when you get your ballot, it looks normal as paper. It's got, I voted for this and this and this and this. But in the upper left-hand corner is what's called a QR code. The tabulator reads the QR code. You have no assurance that what's written there that humans can read is the same as what the QR code. And then the tabulator itself is an electronic machine, and it can be pre-programmed or hacked. When I voted most recently, I looked at the box where the ballots go into. It's very unusual. It's actually a collapsible box with all kinds of hinges and levers and so forth. Okay, well, if you follow what's in this, we can fix it. All right? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cynthia Wiley.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Election integrity is a deep subject with many moving parts. Preserving liberty should be paramount to saving our freedoms. If we don't understand what the problems are, how can we fix it? 2016, the Democrats cried election interference. 2020, the Republicans cried election interference. Both were right. I want to share with you some information I found regarding QR codes and ballot numbering. Reading from a U.S. patent filed 316 of 21 of Hart Intercivic Optical Character Recognition of Voter Selections for Cast Vote Records. Under the background of the invention, it says, traditionally, the printed vote record contains a barcode that is encoded with the voter's vote selections. The barcode is then scanned with a scanner and decoded to generate the electronic cast vote record. Under summary of the invention, a barcode is also printed on the printed vote record. The barcode includes a single digitally signed hash that may be generated by using a secure hash function to indicate the printed vote record is valid, and a one-way hash of the voter's vote selection in the QR code. Under description of the preferred embodiments, the ballot marking device may be a hybrid voting device that combines electronic voting features with the production of a printed vote record. The barcode could be a matrix, two-dimensional barcode, such as an example of a QR code. So apparently the QR code is programmable. So who and what is being programmed? Under ballot numbering, Texas Election Code, Section 52.062, ballots are to be numbered consecutively beginning with number 1. under Section 51.006, prepare ballots for distribution, Section 51.007, recording ballots, 51.008, supplementing distributed ballots. All make reference to the packaging and distributing of ballots, which shall mark the packs with the number of ballots enclosed and the range of the ballot serial numbers. So the question I ask, what information does the QR code on our ballots contain? And why are our ballots not pre-numbered prior to printing from the ballot marking device as required by Texas Election Code? If our elections are not controlled by the will of the voters, whoever controls the elections will eventually control the country. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Ann Walton.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners.
Morning.
I'm going to tell you, next week I'll be 89 years old, and I'm sharing this with you so that if I mess up, you'll forgive me.
Congratulations.
My father was police and fire commissioner during the burning of the ballot boxes. I grew up in South Texas in Beeville. I believe in voter fraud. I've seen it. I've heard them discuss it, especially after hearing many experts and reading books like this Deep Rig, which says how the election fraud cost Donald Trump the White House. So I'm guessing that none of us are cyber analysts experts of voting machines. Fact is that many such experts are warning us that using electronic machines for voting tabulating opens our votes to fraud manipulation. To be closed-minded and to ignore these warnings is irresponsible. What is owed to the citizens is to heed the experts and take a deep dive into making plans to secure our votes from either domestic or foreign fraud. In past years, when I voted, there was precinct voted. I was checked in with a paper poll book, voted on a hand-marked paper ballot, and the only talk of fraud I ever heard was during LBJ's election and the ballot boxes being burned. And where there was smoke, there's usually fire. And I'm wondering if we're being smoke screened. Is the fraud continuing just in another form? Ever since these machines came along, I've heard nothing but accusations of fraud. I'm asking you to please investigate with Dr. Dougherty further into the matter of election vulnerability.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next, we will consider and take action on agenda items 3 through 22. Number 3 is acceptance of donated or unclaimed property left by inmates leaving Brazos County Detention Center for the months of August 2023 and September 2023.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 4 is approval of requested from the Sheriff's Office to apply for an NRA Foundation grant to purchase M1A1 rifles to be utilized by the Honor Guard for ceremonial purposes.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 5 is acceptance of a grant award for specialty court from the Office of the Governor in the amount of $160,653.65.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 6 is approval requested from the Treasurer's Office for payment authorization to Automated Business Systems in the amount of $282 for annual cleaning of the check folder and sealer machine. The purchase order was not obtained in advance, and an invoice was not received by the FY 2023 submission deadline.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 7 is approval of requested from Road and Bridge for payment authorization to Texas Commercial Waste in the amount of $243.57. A purchase order was not obtained in advance.
Move approval. Second.
Motion made, seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 8 is approval of administrative services agreement with Texas Association of Counties 2024.
Move approval. Second.
Motion made, seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 9 is approval of Texas County District Retirement System Plan Agreement for 2024.
Move approval.
Second. Motion made, seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 10 is approval of amendment number 3 to 18-035, index and imaging services with co-file to add additional services.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 11 is approval of amendment contract 24-021, copier maintenance, to increase the number of machines on the service contract and to purchase replacement copiers for various departments in the amount of $94,055 with Texas Document Solutions.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 12 is approval of renewal for 24-007R with Cleveland Asphalts Products, Inc. for cutback asphalt.
Move approval. Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 13 is approval of CIP 24-601 for preservation and imaging of historical records with co-file for the county clerk's office.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 14 is approval of CIP 24-602, replacement of various roofs, Phase 11, Brazos County Courthouse with Jayco Roofing Construction, Inc.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
And are we getting down to the end of our roof replacements? Okay, good. I kind of figured we were.
We're not quite home yet, but
Yeah, all right.
we're seeing 30.
I'd just like to ask for, so I have it, a reconciliation of what was insurance and what was other funds and how we went about it, just big numbers as far as that goes.
Yes, sir. We'll get that together and
That'd be great.
to the court.
Now that
Yeah.
we've got them hopefully all bid and built and done.
We're close. We're finalizing the last few proposals. There were some emails this morning going back and forth about trying to get the finalization of one or two of the last ones.
I got you. Thanks, man. And like I say, when the timing's appropriate.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, George. Did we vote on that? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 15 is permission to advertise RFQ CIP 24-603, construction manager at risk with medical examiner facility.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded. Discussion.
Yeah, I'm just delighted that we're moving along with this. And so I think the construction manager at risk is the way to go.
Yeah, I agree. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 16 is approval of agreement with material testing services for CIP 24-604 I&GN road rehabilitation with Dudley Engineering LLC.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 17 is tax refund application for the following.
Move approval A through G.
Second.
Motion made, seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 18 is budget amendments FY 22-23. Budget amendments 56.01 to 56.02 and FY 23-24 budget amendments 8.01 through 8.05.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion.
Yeah, just kind of a broad brush, the amendments that we've made relative to, I think it was like $353,000 on that one. I noticed that money's coming from COs. Some of it's been just kind of an overall, hey, what did we do here?
Was it for 23 or 24?
I think it was 23. I have to, let me go look back here.
Let's see.
It was the one that was,
Oh, this is the Sabita. This is the Sabita revenue replacement. It's not revenue. We have to charge what we call the Sabita GASB amount revenue. It's part of the GASB 54. And so we have to show contract services for computer contracts.
okay.
And so we have to show it's a revenue, but it's not really a revenue, and we have to show it on the books. It's kind of like, I hate to say fake revenue, but it's part of the GASB 54 that we have to show. And so it's part of the contract services.
Okay, just to make sure that we're accounting for our contractual services.
Yes.
As opposed to capital outlay.
It is.
Because of the type of expenditures that they are to conform with
We have to break it down.
GASB. Okay.
Yes,
that's
sir.
great. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Have we voted? Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 19 is personnel change of status.
Move approval A and B.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 20 is payment of claims. Claim to be paid by Brazos County, claim number 8125887 through claim number 8126035 and claim number 9009041 through claim number 9009093.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? None motion carries. We will skip down to number 23, which is an acknowledgement of the FY 23-24 budget to actuals by fund as of November 15, 2023, and an acknowledgement of the FY 23-24 contingency budget to actuals by fund as of November 15, 2023. Number 24 is juvenile director's report, and Linda's not here, but she sent one. Juvenile detention is 35, males 28, females 7, and there are 28 juveniles on electronic monitors. Number 25, Sheriff's report on inmate population. Sheriff.
Good morning. 731 today, 613 men, 118 women. We have 50 on electronic monitoring.
Okay, thanks, Sheriff.
You're welcome.
Number 26 is announcement of interest items and possible future agenda topics.
Just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving and safe travels.
Indeed.
Ditto.
All right. Hearing nothing else, then we'll go back to number 21 and convene an executive session pursuant to the following. A, Texas Government Code 551.087 for deliberation regarding economic development negotiations. And B, Texas Government Code 551.074 to discuss the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer or employee. And I know we need the commissioners and Cheryl and attorneys, chief of staff.
Kim?
Does Jennifer, I guess, need to be in for that portion of it?
And Kim for the first
We'll
one.
catch you at first.
Jennifer Budget as well as Dr. Richards.
Okay. So the time is 10:23.
Do you need Kim for economic development?
Yes, we will for economic development. All right, we're coming out of executive session. The time is 10:58. There's no action to be taken, and the next item is to adjourn. Thank you all.